Greetings, I'm Povertis and I'll be presenting the feasibility study of my research project. The title of my research project is the development of an interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a smart manufacturing program using 5G. And this is the summary. The construction of or development of an interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a smart manufacturing program using 5G technology is assessed in this feasibility study. The suggested approach will enhance communication, enable real-time monitoring of tools and procedures, lower maintenance costs, and decrease downtime in addition to the creation of a user-friendly interface that is tailored for mobile devices. This project will require the utilization of a secure 5G network. At the end of the day, we need a secure network that is faster and reliable. The purpose is that this research topic's objective is to create an interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a 5G enabled smart manufacturing program. By doing this, manufacturers will be able to remotely monitor their manufacturing processes in real time and make adjustments to swiftly and effectively optimize them. This is made feasible by 5G technology, which offers essential speed and dependability. And anyone, anytime will want to justify their studies. So, a feasibility study for the development of an interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a smart manufacturing program using 5G is necessary because we want to see the viability of the project and the affordability. It would look at the project's technology needs, and the resources available to meet those needs. But most importantly, it must be fast, it must be cost effective and reliable. Also very interactive with the user. So the problem statement for this particular feasibility study is to ascertain whether the development of an interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a smart manufacturing program using 5G is technically possible, cost-effective, and socially acceptable. And the financial viability, it involves designing an intuitive, interactive for more monitoring in a 5G enabled smart manufacturing program. The end result might be a more productive production process, happier clients, and a higher return on investment. Money is nice, faster speeds, more precise data collection and monitoring, and significant cost savings are further benefits of using 5G technology. And it must also be technically viable. A project must have the tools and resources required to succeed in order to be technically viable. Technical viability for this research project study would require the following resources. I will not be mentioning all of them. Access to a 5G network or equivalent high-speed internet connection, having access to the newest tools and programs required to create and implement the user interface, developer tools like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's not limited to this, only these. Python can also be used, and it's not limited to Python. And the project resources, we have hardware needs and software needs. For hardware, we will need 5G routers, microcontrollers, PIs and sensors, internet-enabled computer. And for the software, we need software for 5G networks, Python-like programming languages, machine learning libraries, SDKs, cloud computing platform, etc. And we also need alternative solutions. We would create a speech-based user interface for remote monitoring in a 5G-based smart manufacturing program. Also, when we look at this one, number 4, creating a visual user interface for remote monitoring in a 5G enabled smart manufacturing program, we want it to be attractive and interesting for the user to always look forward to use it. A mobile application is also one of the potential remedies. These are alternative solutions. And here we have the scope of the project. We obviously want to test the interactive user interface for remote monitoring in a 5G based smart manufacturing program. We also have the business requirements so that the business runs smoothly. We will look at the risks, the challenges, we will estimate the return on investment, will establish the development and implementation budget for the user interface, and the product requirement as well. Must ensure that the user interface and the manufacturing systems are in secure communication that is faster. Secure also means reliable. Make the user interface using an open source architecture to support alterations or future growth. And this is the breakdown of the work for the months mentioned. And we also have stakeholders and their roles. I'll just mention the stakeholders. We have the developers of the smart manufacturing program, the network providers for 5G, the remote monitoring specialists, the end users, IT specialists, and lastly regulatory authorities. And also we have the project phases: research and analysis, design and development phase, testing and evaluation phase, user interface implementation, and maintenance phase. And these are the deliverables of the project. We must have a practical industrial environment test of the interactive user interface, a system effectiveness report including user command and performance information. There must also be a documentation. When you buy something, it comes with instructions and a document so that you follow them, and your product will last long and will be maintained well. This is the design. We have the cloud where the data will be stored, but a local one must be created. So that is the user, the data, the interface, and we have SMU1 to 3. Here there's supposed to be an OR, and the reason is that for now the focus will be more on remotely accessing and monitoring data and storing it on the local cloud. This is the ERD diagram. We have different groups with different fields. The use case. This shows that, for example, the user will have access to the interface, logs, and will log in. The credentials will be required. After they have provided them, then they will have access to the interface. Then they'll be able to make requests, and they would log out. It's different from the administrator or the monitor. They are able to log in after providing their credentials. They make changes, they save changes, they have access to data. They are able to store the data, and they can log out. And we have also made data collection process. The link below is a link to the questionnaire. At the last part of the questionnaire, there's POPI Act consent for the user to be able to check the boxes to allow their details to be accessed and used lawfully. And it's important to collect data because we are able to see where the improvement is needed, and the efficiency and the effectiveness of the improvement. And organizations may make better decisions to create better objectives and strategies, spot possible issues or opportunities. ChatGPT was used as a guidance. That will be all. Thank you very much.